And we're live. Hey everybody, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin' Hippo, and today is June 2nd. So we are 2 days into June, and something's wrong here. Sorry, I'm trying to refresh my screen so I can see the chat, and it's not refreshing. There we go. Okay, so it's June 2nd. We're 2 days into June. So we're getting closer to the actual summer, according to the calendar. And we're going to talk about the summer slowdown tonight. Let's say hello to some people in the chat. You guys, I haven't done a live show in 4 weeks, so I think I have forgotten how. I almost feel a little nervous, like I used to feel in the beginning. It's weird. Anyway, who's here? Mary, hi. You know it's cute. Howdy, welcome in. Beth, Jamie's here, and Tammy White. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. So we are going to talk tonight about the summer slowdown, and I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to try to keep this live show to 30 minutes. And moving forward, I'm going to try to keep my live shows at 30 minutes. Maybe sometimes if it's like a bigger topic or there's a lot of questions in the chat, we can go out to like 40 or 45 minutes. But I am going to try to keep the live shows at like 30 minutes, just because people who can't catch the live and want to see the replay don't always have a full hour to give, to watch, to get the information. 30 minutes is easier for folks to watch. This is a lot of feedback that I've gotten from a lot of you in my time off, so I'm taking it to heart. So we'll try to keep these a little bit shorter for folks who want to watch the replays. And I think it will also ultimately help me keep my sanity and keep me from getting burned out. When I was doing a video every single day, plus several lives a week at an hour each, a lot of other stuff was getting set aside, like I wasn't listing enough or I wasn't getting through our inventory. I just don't have enough time, I don't think. And sometimes when I do too much on the YouTube, I do start to feel like it's a big chore and I start to feel burned out. And that was a big reason why I had to take the break. Thank you so much to Greg Stewart from Rocky Mountain Resellers for the super chat, 555. Hope you had a great break. Missed you. Thank you so much. I did miss you guys. I really did. I get burned out and I get exhausted, and sometimes YouTube starts to feel like a chore and it's not fun. And that was a lot of why I had to take the break, to regroup, to get caught up on tons of stuff around here, a lot of work that had got set to the wayside, and get through all of that so that I can come back with more energy, more excitement, and kind of like it used to feel back when I used to love doing YouTube and it wasn't a chore and I came here to talk to you guys. I love doing live shows. I love talking to you guys in real time. I love making the pre-recorded videos. I love teaching and I love helping people. And I want it to continue to feel like a blessing and something I'm doing for the pure enjoyment of it, the pure connection of the people within the reselling community, rather than a chore or something that's expected. You know, I have to put out a video every day. I have to do a live show. I don't want to feel that way. I always want to feel excited. I always want to feel happy to see you guys. So I am definitely refreshed. We've got a lot done around here. And I've been very productive on the back end of things, you know, all the boring stuff we have to do as resellers. So let's say hi to everyone else that jumped in and we'll jump right on into the topic at hand. Caffeinated Christy, Beth, so great to have you back. Thank you so much. Carrie Berry's mom. Sweet Chili's Finds is here. David from Gnome and the Frog is here. Welcome in. Again, thank you to Greg Stewart for the super chat. And a big super shout out to Greg Stewart for the super awesome birthday present you sent me during my time off. I was going to show it tonight, but it actually got buried. We brought a whole bunch of inventory down here to go through, and then we got a big old box of wholesale stuff Casey the Rockstar Flipper sent us to list. So it got buried, but you guys, Greg was so kind to send me a huge box of plush for my birthday. Really nice plush that I can list and make a profit. That was how his letter put it. He said he would rather send me something I can make a profit from than just another hippo or whatever. So thank you so much for the plush. We're going to be getting them up probably this week, maybe next week. And we've already agreed the profits from all of the plush that you sent me will actually be going towards a really nice night out for Keith and I once things open up here. We're still pretty closed down here, but we'll be using it to celebrate my birthday late. So thank you, Greg, again for the birthday present and the super chat. Hi, Grace. I did say hi to you, maybe. I don't know. Believable blessings, Jamie. So happy you're back. Thank you so, so much. That's so nice to hear. Bill and Dave are driving and listening. Yeah, you can start to feel overwhelmed. And that's a lot of what I tell you guys about the bullet journals and the to-do lists and everything. It helps to keep you from feeling overwhelmed a lot of times. Hello in Cleveland, Kim. Yeah, you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else. Sunday Fun Day, hello from Arizona. I was born and raised in Tucson, by the way. Business to run is priority number one, absolutely. MW, I believe some of the Goodwill stores are open. Every county in Pittsburgh is on a different trajectory. Our governor has decided he split all the counties up. So some are, some aren't. They're all on different trajectories. We do have to mandated wear masks inside anywhere here. So I don't think I'll be going to the Goodwill anytime soon. I do wear a mask to go to the post office every day, and I do wear a mask to do our grocery shopping. And other than that, I don't leave the house. I don't particularly enjoy wearing it. So if I don't have to get out and go outside or go inside anywhere, I don't, because I just don't like wearing it. And we have other ways of getting inventory. If it becomes necessary, I will go. However, also, I should mention our Goodwill's suspended all sales. So there will be no half off days. There will be no 99-cent days for the foreseeable future. I have a friend that works at the Goodwill up here where I get the 50-cent plush. And she informed me that they have indefinitely, for the unforeseeable future, taken away all the sales. So everything's going to be full price too. So, Tammy White is very on the ball. You see who's behind me? My new baby. Baby Yoda's behind me. My birthday present from myself to myself. Good to know you're good. Hello from Raleigh. Joanne, welcome in. Carrie Berry, you have to take care of yourself. If you aren't doing well, you cannot be well for anyone else. Moving back to Phoenix from Tucson. Yay! Northwest PA is still doing sales in Goodwills. I would think I'm technically considered part of Northwest. Maybe not. I don't know. Regardless, until I'm absolutely desperately in need of inventory or the mask thing is lifted, I probably won't be going into Goodwills. That's just my personal choice. I'm not like out there going out without a mask, running around willy-nilly. I'm wearing it when I have to go out. But other than that, I'm choosing to be in my house and be a hermit. So every Tuesday's half off. Okay, so yeah, Baby Yoda's back there. He says hi. Colleen's here. We talked about the Goodwills. Let's talk about Summer Slowdown. All right, so for those of you that have been reselling for any amount of time, for at least a year, give or take, you know that Summer Slowdown is an actual thing. For those of you that are new and haven't been reselling through a summer yet, Summer Slowdown is the period of time in the summer months when sales get really slow on eBay and other online selling platforms. It is a real thing. It is not a myth. There are some resellers out there who will tell you it is a myth and they don't see any change in the summer, and that's fantastic for them. Either they live in a fantasy land or they're selling something that was really snotty, but whatever. I don't care. If they're telling you it's not real, they're out of their minds, because it is a real thing. But also, if someone is selling an item that is a replenishable item or a hard good or whatever that people are in constant need of or constantly buy, they may not experience the summer slowdown. There's like a very small percentage of sellers who may not experience it because of what they sell. So those ones may be telling you that they don't see a difference, but it's kind of insensitive to say that, because the majority of us do go through a summer slowdown, and it is real. I have a feeling our remotes will stay at 1% sell-through rate through the summer, and that's an example of something that isn't affected. But the biggest type of item or seller that's affected during the summer slowdown is used clothing sellers. That's just how it is. There's no rhyme or reason. I mean, I'm sure there is a reason. People just aren't clothes shopping in the summer, but we're going to talk about that in a second. I'm kind of trying to catch up on the comments. Okay, so the used clothing sellers are the most affected during summer slowdown. And the reasons for that are many. People typically aren't shopping for clothes in the summer. Typically. Now, 2020, as we all know, is not a typical year. This has been by far the most unprecedented. This year was written by Stephen King. I don't even know what's going on. But typically, other years, people are going on vacations. People's kids are finally out of school. They've been out of school forever here now, but years past. Kids are on vacation. Families are going out of town. They're going to visit relatives. They're going to theme parks. They're going on vacations. They're going camping. They're having outdoor barbecues and outdoor pool parties. And they're doing all of those summer activities that are out of the house. And they aren't inside shopping online. In the winter, when it's cold and people are staying inside, it gets dark earlier and it's cold. People are in, they're on their phones, they're on their computers, and they're shopping. It's the opposite in the summer. And also people tend to be a little bit tighter with their purse strings in the summer because they're saving their money for those vacations and those trips to Disney World, Universal, Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags, all those places. So they're not as freely throwing their money around because they're saving it for vacations. I don't know if that's going to be the case this year. Tammy says summer slowdown is real. Just continue to list and offer new items. Yes. And that does put you at an advantage when we come out of the summer and we get into Q4. This year was written by Stephen King. It absolutely was. It's just nuts. So I don't know really what the summer of 2020 is going to look like. Our country's going through a lot right now. The climate is different than it normally is. We just came out of a quarantine in most states, and we have everything else going on. So I don't know that people are really going to be going on vacations this year. They might be, because once things start to open back up and restrictions are lifted and stuff, people might feel the need to go out and do stuff and go places because we've been cooped up. But even then, like the theme parks I've seen that are opening, they're going to be limited on how many people are allowed in at a time. They're going to be requiring masks. And I don't know how many people are going to want to wear masks in 100-degree weather to go to Disney World in Florida. You know what I mean? So, but I do think people are going to be very, very, very excited to get out of their houses. So even more so than ever before 2020, this summer, people want out. They've been in their house all winter. Then after winter was over, we were in our houses when we had the stay-home orders and the shelter-in-place orders in many states. So people are going to want to go outside. Even if they don't go on vacations, they're going to be going to the beaches, out to the pool, the backyard, to barbecue, all that stuff. So they're not going to be inside. Here's the other thing. A lot of people don't have a lot of money this year. A lot of people were out of work for a very long time. I understand that unemployment was paying a lot more than it normally does. So being out of work may not have affected people monetarily as much as we think it might. If they were on unemployment, they were getting that. And then we had the stimulus and they were getting extra unemployment. So people may not be affected monetarily, but I have a feeling that a lot of people were. I have a feeling that a lot of Americans are going to be very much affected by what has gone on since February, March. So people aren't going to have a lot of money to spend. If they had their stimulus, they've already spent it. I think we saw that uptick already. April and May, most of us noticed most of our sales went way up. We were selling a lot. We definitely were. We were having like weekends where we were selling 50 items a weekend and 10, 12, 15 items a day. It was nuts. And I think that was like the stimulus activity, and that's gone. There's talks of a second stimulus, but I don't know how that's going to go because of what's going on right now. So people may not have as much money, and people are going to want to go outside. Again, it really, really super duper affects the used clothing sellers more than any sellers across the board. If you have electronics or items that are really sought after, you should be pretty much okay. If you have antiques and stuff, people shop for those all year round. They're looking for those. I don't really notice a decrease in the plush so much over the summer because people who are shopping for stuffed animals or toys for their kids, they're still looking for them. So it's just the clothing, and it's really just the used clothing that gets affected. New with tags is usually pretty okay. We are expecting locusts this summer in Virginia. Zombies are next. Crazy. Believable blessings. My sales are way down. Yeah, we had a 20 item weekend, so maybe 22 across all platforms. So we had a slow weekend too. We saw it too. Colleen sales have dropped. This is a very good time. Very good point. Sunday Fun Day. I love saying Sunday Fun Day. It's so fun to say. Sunday Fun Day, so fun to say. This is a really good time to do your inventory. Again, I did mine while I was on my YouTube hiatus. Found tons of stuff. I am listing from my own inventory, guys. I still have like a pile over here of like jeans for days, and then I got a pile over here. So yeah, go through your inventory, see what's fallen off because you can get it back in your store. Michigan just got released out of stay home. That's awesome. Swimmerization, worried about managed payments putting eBay in a tailspin like the specifics glitches last summer. Yeah. Hopefully that won't happen. Heard a lot of people are camping. Yeah, camping is a good way to social distance while being outside. So a lot of people are doing that. A lot of clothing selling is by auction. I think it's new eBay sellers selling off their personal clothing. I don't know. I haven't noticed that, but here, let me put your question up there. I haven't personally noticed that. We do auctions just to kind of clearance things out, but it may be new people who don't really know what they're doing. Sometimes people who don't do reselling as a business do come on just to sell their stuff. And think about it. Everybody's been stuck inside for 3 months, so we've all been cleaning out our closets and spring cleaning and getting rid of all the clutter in our house. And some people may have decided instead of donating it to Goodwill, they'll sell it online. And, you know, if you're just like a normal layperson and you don't really know a lot about eBay, people equate eBay with auctions, right? So yeah, Colleen has a very good point, and I'm getting to that one. People who have less money might trend towards buying more used clothing. So we may be not seeing as much of a slowdown as we've seen in past years. I can say that typically summer slowdown affects everyone across the board. Sales go down. Used sellers are affected the most, and there's a very small fraction of people who aren't affected at all. But 2020 is so different from every other year. None of us can really predict what is going to happen. Swimmerization pointed out they're going to be doing the managed payments, and then everything else I've already talked about, the money and people wanting to go outside. This year's going to be really different, and we don't know what's going to happen. But people who don't have money, who still need clothing to wear, may be shopping online for used clothing because used clothing is cheaper, especially for those people who like designer brands and luxury items. If you are a person who likes and enjoys fashion and you like, you know, Robert Graham and Miss Me and Lucky, and those are like 150, 200 new at the mall or wherever, and you can go online and get it used for 50, 60 bucks, they're probably going to come online to buy it because they can still look and feel and wear all the same things that they've always loved, but at the fraction of a cost. So they may be online looking for that. And you guys, there may also still be folks out there who are a little hesitant to go out into the world. There's a lot of people who are still high risk when it comes to C19. There's people who are worried about their health or the health of loved ones they have that may be high risk. And they're a little hesitant. Maybe they don't want to go out into the world just yet into the thrift stores to go shopping. So they'll still be online shopping. So we've got all of these things that are happening this year that are so different from other years that I just really can't even tell you what to expect for the summer. I can't even begin to fathom how it's going to be. When we were getting ready for summer slowdown the last two times, the last 2 years when I was on YouTube, we started on YouTube in January of 2018. So in preparation for summer slowdown in 2018 and 2019, I could do videos all day long every day and tell you guys exactly what to expect, how to prepare for it, how to get around it, how to avoid it. But I have no idea what's going to happen this year. If aliens came down and Godzilla attacked the cities next, I probably would not even be surprised. I'd be like, oh, okay. It's June. It's about time Godzilla showed up. Aliens, whatever. I just don't know. So I'm just going to try to walk you guys through the ways we have prepared in past summers. And hopefully we'll all make it through okay. Yeah, sewing machines are absolutely still selling. Hey, Peter, welcome in. Shopping for my home stuff I don't need anymore. I have cool stuff. That's awesome. Yeah, you guys get rid of your own stuff too. If you need inventory, go through your house, clean it out, get rid of your stuff. That's the other thing too. The other thing that may be affecting sales is the delays in shipping. We're having a lot of delays in shipping across the country due to all the recent events, everything that's going on and has been going on since February. We have a ton of slowdowns with shipping. We have post offices that are actually closing. And unfortunately, there has been reports of post offices, postal trucks, UPS, FedEx getting robbed, for lack of a better word. Packages are being taken. And when the buyers on eBay hear that shipping is going to be slow, shipping is taking forever, the post offices are closing down, or they see the news stories where they see packages being taken off of trucks or out of post offices, that might make them pause before they shop online. And that's one of my biggest concerns about what may affect us in the next month or so, or maybe all summer, is people might be hesitant to shop online because they're concerned of how long their package may take to get to them, or if it will at all. Will it get stopped and taken on the way? So you got people who probably want to shop online, hesitant to go back out into the world too soon, high risk, health, or whatever. You've got people that don't have a lot of money that want used clothing, but you're going to have a lot of buyers that are really, really concerned about their packages getting to them on time or even at all. It's just so different from every other year that I just don't even know. So we're just going to talk about what we've done in the past years to get ready for it, how we've prepped for summer slowdown, and how we've gotten through it okay. And not really taking too much of a hit. You can't avoid it altogether. Even in a normal year that is 1,000% normal and calm and the way it's supposed to be, you cannot avoid the summer slowdown. It happens, but you can keep it from being detrimental. You can keep it from devastating your business. You can still make money if you do these things. So Colleen says, if you never saw Star's movie theater popcorn making video, it is the best. Yes, thank you for that shout out. It is absolutely the best popcorn ever in the whole world. I have to say so myself. I experimented for years with Reddit recipes. So if you like popcorn and you like movies, you guys can watch that. Tastes just like movie theater popcorn, which we're all missing right now, right? I had to tape paper to the packages. It was not fun. Wow. I remember that the old days when we didn't have a label printer. We used to have to do that. New with tags is still selling. Yep. Many big box stores are closing down for good. And now, yeah, we just got out locked down. Now we're under current curfews, so everything's just weird. Shipping times have been all over the place. Okay, so yeah, a second wave might come, so you might want to be building up your stockpiles. All right, so let's just really quickly talk about the ways you can prepare for summer slowdown. And we're getting close to the half-hour mark. So while I talk about these ways to prepare and get ready, to build your businesses up, to make it through, to weather the storm of summer slowdown, if you have any questions you guys want to ask me, throw them in the chat now so I can get to them before I end the video. So one of the big things you can do to prepare is to get a ton of summer items in your store. Shorts, booty shorts. You guys know I love booty shorts, but shorts, men's shorts, swimsuits, sunglasses, beach bags, beach totes, umbrellas, tank tops. I had a total brain fart. I'm like thinking in my head, what are those shirts with no sleeves? Tank tops. Just any sandals, if you like to sell shoes, sandals and flip-flops, things like that. If you can get as much summer wear and summer items packed into your store, those are going to sell. Regardless of summer slowdown or not, people go online to shop for those items prior to going on vacations or to the beach. We sold 2 swimsuits yesterday in one day. So get those summer items in your store. Stock up with new tags. And that's typically what I would tell you guys. But again, the climate, the way the world is right now, people might be looking for more used clothing because people have been out of work and don't have much money. So it's a good idea to just get kind of both. Try to get some new tags items in your store. Keep your used clothing. Stock up on those summer items I just mentioned. And then diversify. If you only have used clothing, you are going to hurt yourself during summer slowdown. You want to be diversified and you want to have many different items for people to choose from. So get your hard goods in there too. Look for plush, look for coffee mugs, look for books, look for electronics, remotes, all those kinds of things that diversify your store. If you don't do shoes, get into shoes. If I can do shoes with my obsessive germaphobe, bleh, shoes are so gross, but even I can sell them because they're money, so do it. But yeah, diversify yourself and get as many different types of items in your store as you can so that you are geared towards more eyeballs and more types of people. You want to have as many different types of people looking for as many different types of items as possible in your store or in your closet, looking at you and purchasing your items. So you don't just want people who are looking for used clothing or new clothing or whatever. You want to have all the items. And as we get towards fall, you may want to think about maybe putting in some kids' clothing for back to school. You may want to think about putting in some Christmas items as we get towards the end of fall. People start shopping for Christmas earlier and earlier every year. And in fact, I just sold a Christmas ornament last week. So people shop for Christmas all year. But as we get into the middle of summer, towards the end of the summer, you want to start thinking about getting those Christmas items and your Halloween costumes. And one thing I do want to give you guys a below that sells really, really well, and I've only managed to hit the jackpot one time a couple years ago, pet costumes. But I found a whole slew of them at the bins a couple years ago. I found like 20 different pet costumes in one bin, brought them home, washed them, dried them, rolled them, made them look nice, and they were selling like hotcakes in August. So look for those pet costumes, Halloween costumes, and Christmas stuff. Get it in there before the end of summer. And speaking of diversifying, this is something I've been saying for 2 full years to you guys, but I can't stress it enough. Get yourself on as many platforms as you can. Again, it's about the eyeballs. Less people are shopping. Sales do go down in the summer. That is a fact. But if you are only on eBay, you are only in front of people who shop on eBay. But if you're on eBay and Poshmark, now you're in front of Poshmark buyers and eBay buyers. So you have a bigger audience. And you're not just depending on the lower amount of sales that happen during the summer on eBay. Now you're in front of people on Poshmark. Get on Grailed, get on Macari, get on Amazon if that's what you want to do. But just get on as many different platforms as you can. And don't forget local sales. They're viable as well. And Facebook Marketplace now has shipping available. So you can sell on Facebook Marketplace and still ship just like you would on any other online platform. You can sell without doing it locally on there. But get on as many platforms as you can and get as many different types of items as you can. And then you're in front of all different kinds of audiences and you're going to get more sales. And then you want to keep your activity higher than normal. So if you normally list 10 items a day or 20 items a day, or even just 5 items a day, whatever you normally do that suffices you and keeps your business running where it needs to be, you should probably think about doubling it if you can during the summer, because the increased activity will give you a higher search ranking than other sellers. The higher your activity, the more activity your store has, the more Cassini will push you up in the searches. Cassini loves an active store, you guys, and an active store is a happy store. You've heard me say that before too. An active store is a happy store. So increase your activity, be more active than normal. Double the amount of listings you do. Make sure you're ending listings every day and selling similar to put them back in the store. Run your sales. Do your best offers. All of the stuff that gets all the activity going in your store. And on Poshmark too, make sure you're sharing every day, listing every day. Mercari lets you send out offers. You can list on there every day and send out offers. Grailed has where you bump the items once every week, I think it is. You're allowed to bump the items or lower the price. You can be doing that on Grailed. Just keep all your activity going all the time. Keep everything as active as you can so that you are remaining relevant and up in the searches. And then you will make more sales. You're still going to probably see a slowdown if you do all of this, but it won't be that bad. If you don't do any of this, you're going to see a really big slowdown and you're going to see almost a halt. I've seen people come to a halt in the summer. But if you do all these things I'm talking about, guys, you'll see a definite dip, but it won't be business ending. It won't be life altering. You'll be able to weather the storm, get through the summer, and you'll be able to continue to make enough money so that you can get through the summer. And here's the best part of it. If you double down on your listings and you double down on your activity in the summer, even if your sales slow down after you've doubled down on your listings, guess what happens at the end of the summer when Q4 hits? You've got all these extra listings and you're going to double down your sales now. So if you spend the summer listing everything, when we come out of the summer into Q4, when people are shopping, you will then reap the benefits and you will see all of that hard work pay off and you'll start selling. Because Q4 is when people start to open those wallets back up and throw money at us, right? So let me just check the comments real quick and then we're going to go ahead and end this because I am trying to keep these at half an hour now. Ish. I love to talk, so you guys know that. Colleen loves shoes. County pools won't be open. Yeah, sprinklers. Oh yeah, pools. Sprinklers are going to be in demand too. But I have seen a lot of posts on social media recently where people are buying those kiddie pools for their backyard. So if you guys can find those anywhere relatively cheap that it makes sense to get it to resell it, get those too. Swimmerization says, I finally got the hang of Posh and had the best weekend ever. I do have a lot of videos on the channel about Poshmark and how to share and do your offers to best utilize that platform as well if you guys want to watch them. Swamppecker says, hello Swamppecker. You'll have to watch the replay. I'm going to cut this off now at the half-hour mark. You guys, if you think of any questions later that you didn't get to ask during the live show, go ahead and come back and leave them in the comments. Or better yet, join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod, and you can always tag me in there. Even when I was on my break from social media, I was in that group several times a day, every day, reading every single thing. I happen to be a lurker in my own group, but it is a really, really great group full of really amazing people from the reselling community. It's very rare in that people in there are actually super duper nice to each other, very positive atmosphere. I don't have to really police it. Everyone in there is just really amazing. So I just kind of lurk in there and I'm always reading everything. I answer questions that I see. Make sure you tag me so I know you're asking me. And that's probably the best and fastest way to get a hold of me. Email flippinhipposhelp@gmail.com, and Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm at flippinhippos on all social media. Again, you can leave a comment, tag me, email me, get me on social media if you think of anything later on that you forgot to ask during the show. And I guess this is going to be where I tell you guys to go be productive, go make some money. Thank you again to Greg Stewart so much for the super chat. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for tuning in and for watching tonight. You guys are the best. Bye.